Dion, what's your vertical?
Um, so at my peak, I think it was probably in the mid 30s. Now I'm in my mid 30s, so
Okay,
far less.
got it. All right. You know how that 7'9" Florida kid, they said he had an 11-inch vertical?
Yeah.
I'm like 14 inches. That's about what I got to work with. I'm not 7'9", but I digress. AJ Dybantsa has a 40-inch vertical. And BYU put that on full display. This broke the internet. They posted first a picture of AJ Dybantsa's vertical. It looks like his shoulders are at the top of the backboard. Some great angle work there, but it was still special. Then I think everyone was like, "Okay, cool. You kind of like manipulated this photo to make it look good." So then they were like, "You know what? Let's post the video." And they post the video of AJ Dybantsa. He legitimately did jump 40 inches and he's just soaring. It looked like he kept elevating when he should have been falling. This went super viral. Everyone's freaking out. Buy AJ Dybantsa stock. And then I want to add this. As of this morning, not only did BYU stop with the video of the jump, they got a photo and a video of the jump. Now they have a 40-second video with their strength and conditioning coach breaking down AJ Dybantsa's max vertical jump as you and I sit here doing a video reacting to a video of AJ Dybantsa jumping. This is four different pieces of content centered around one AJ Dybantsa jump in the last 24 hours. But that's what the internet does when AJ Dybantsa does anything. He eats breakfast. We all tune into that. What's your reaction to all of this content with AJ's massive leap?
Well, I feel like his hand was at the top of the backboard, and now I'm confused how it's only a 40-inch vertical. Like I thought the number you were gonna say was like close to like 50, because it looked like he's just soaring through the skies. But it just goes to show how tall and like how lengthy he naturally is, right? Like he naturally is probably like 7'3", and then he jumped 40 inches to make himself whatever it would be like 11, 12 feet. Um,
Sure.
he to me is very clearly the most athletically gifted number one pick, high school recruit, college basketball player, however you want to describe him, we've had since Zion Williamson. Very, very clearly. I think he's way more talented than Zion Williamson too, just naturally. Has less of the off the court stuff. Zion wouldn't last at BYU, a second, by the way. But I think he has more of what you're looking for than Zion, which is why you get some of the crazier comparisons, right? Like best prospect since Braun, best prospect since AD, so on and so forth. Because I do believe he's the best prospect since Zion, but Zion had some weaknesses in his game that AJ doesn't, AD didn't, Braun didn't. I think we've gotten to the point he's been in the spotlight for so long. We've nitpicked him for so long um, that we've now found so many minor weaknesses that it takes away from some of the just natural shit that, or excuse me, natural stuff that he has. And some of the natural stuff that he has is being able to jump and his hand is literally at the backboard. His chin is above the rim. Like, who is going to stop him from getting to the basket? Because, by the way, he can also shoot and he can also hit a midi and he can hit a step back and he can do all these different things. And if you let him get downhill, he's going to jump over you. Um, so I think we've just gotten to the point where he's been in the spotlight for so long, he's been nitpicked for so long, we forget how just athletically gifted he really is.
Yeah, I think that's fair because we've seen a lot of actual AJ Dybantsa like basketball related clips, and to be clear, I like that. I would rather see basketball players play basketball than basketball players high jump. It doesn't make it any less impressive when a basketball player can high jump 41 and a half inches, which is what AJ just did here. He's a freak. We know he's a freak. And stuff like this is what separates him from the other elite freshmen. I will say that because people want us to believe this is a three-man class, maybe even a four-man class. You put Michael Brown in it, maybe a five-man class, put Koa Pete in it. Uh, Even if Darren Peterson and Cam Boozer make it up in other areas, let's be extremely clear about one thing. There is only one AJ Dybantsa. And when we get to NBA draft season, it is going to be difficult for any NBA franchise to make a decision to choose Darren Peterson or Cam Boozer, even if they think They are better at basketball marginally than the guy that has the star power that AJ Dybantsa has. Because the reality is, star power matters. Things like this matter. I mean, I'm not kidding. I mentioned it kind of as a joke at the top of this video, but AJ Dybantsa could do anything and we would have 100 videos reacting to it, responding to it. He's the most viral, most cared about individual basketball player this sport has seen in the social media era. This video is brought to you by NBA 2K Labs, or maybe college football labs, because the people behind 2K Labs have just built something awesome. CFBLabs.com has everything you need to play college football 26 even better. Cart, you've been playing the game, right?
I have been, but I'm behind the eight ball, Gregory. There's a lot of people out there who got a little bit of edge on me, but the good folks over at 2K Labs got me covered. They got the playbooks I need, the plays, the head-to-head coaches, knowing some teams. Obviously, way too many college football teams. I need the inside edge here, and they got all different types of things to help me get that edge.
Yeah, I jumped in and started playing Road to Glory over the weekend, and I ended up like a two-star recruit that did not get one snap in season one because I chose the wrong school with the wrong roster that was way too loaded. Had I known that CFBLabs.com exists, I would have made a much more wise decision in my Road to Glory mode. They've got teams, playbooks, coaches, team comparison tools. You can literally see every single play in the game, every player in the game, their rating, what they're good at, all in one consolidated place online to help you make the right choices and win more games in college football 26. CFBLabs.com, go check it out. He's a gravitating force. And it's going to be interesting to see, one, how that plays over a full season. Because it's one thing to see how that plays in July. But if the wins aren't where we want them to be with BYU, I'm not saying it's going to happen. Does the excitement lose its luster a little bit? Does the tone of, so much content kind of twist a little bit in the eyes of BYU fans if things aren't going perfect? There's going to be hurdles to jump through, but those are BYU hurdles. Those are not AJ Dybantsa hurdles. And for now, when we're just in the summer building excitement, BYU has separated themselves as a place that players that are elite should want to go because respectfully, we've seen like some workout clips of Darren Peterson in the Kansas gym. Have you seen anything from Cam Boozer that even is close to the way BYU promotes Dybansta?
Oh no. No, 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 no. The Duke just dropped their first 90-second like highlight reel yesterday. Now, did Cam look special? Absolutely. It was 90 seconds. The whole thing was Cam just cooking everybody and Cam's team going crazy, but nothing like what AJ has. I'll say this. AJ Dybantsa is, and I made this comparison before. He's Anthony Edwards. He's polarizing. He's electric. He's a very good player. He has that dog in him. He has that competitive fire. And I'm not saying this as a negative by any means. I think Darren Peterson's like Jason Tatum. I think Cam Boozer's like Paolo Banchero. I think Paolo and Tatum might have better careers than Anthony Edwards. If you pass on Anthony Edwards, though, for Tatum or Paolo, you might lose your job because Anthony Edwards like might boom and be the next Jordan, right? Like obviously that's not how it's playing out from the NBA sense. Don't get me wrong. A little bit of what Tatum does is a little boring. It's a little expected. Like we expected you to win a title at this point. Why don't you have two or three? A little bit of what Paolo does is like, well, is he actually at that level? Like, can he actually lead to a team to the finals because he's a forward that's a primary ball handler? And has a whole bunch of question marks we don't bring up. I think that's going to be AJ. And I just think it's one of those things where like we've gotten a little too far with like the nitpicking, but that doesn't necessarily mean Darren Peterson and Cam Boozer can't be better. Just the way they go about doing it, I think is going to be a little less boring than the polarizing superstar AJ Dybantsa, Anthony Edwards type of player. And you could lose your job if you're an NBA team that passes on them. If you don't enjoy it while you have it, then why have it? You know what I mean? Whatever you feel about Anthony Edwards, enjoy while you have Anthony Edwards, because not many people are going to walk the streets of LA talking trash about the Lakers as they walk back to their hotel after beating them in five, right? Not many people are going to do what AJ Dybantsa is doing, whether it's on YouTube or on the BYU channel, because there's not players that are wired like that. Just enjoy it while we have it, and whatever the result is it's just part of the process.
Good advice, good perspective. Two additional thoughts I have quickly on this. Number one, so they did a video this morning of the strength coach breaking down AJ Dybantsa's max vertical jump. I would now like another video, but this time I would like it to be Kevin Young breaking down the strength coach breaking down AJ Dybantsa's max vertical. Let's just keep like going third, fourth, fifth person on this and see how far we can get the thread of reactions to AJ Dybantsa's max vertical from BYU official accounts. Second, I have decided there's another video going up on the channel this morning where we talk about Richie Saunders and we do something I'm not proud of, Dion. We do something I'm not proud of because I'm a Rothstein guy through and through. But I got to hold Rothstein, my guy, accountable a little bit on something. So that's what we do in the other video. Go check it out. It's about Richie Saunders. But I've decided in light of that, I'm going to be Richie Saunders's guy. I'm going to be his propagandist. That's how this is. So while Rob Wright gets to do the Twitch streams and while AJ Dybantsa gets his own graphic every time he sneezes, I have an idea. I think we need basically every single day home vlogs with Richie and his wife and the whole cribbo, the whole home. I want to prepare Richie Saunders as best as I possibly can for being the next great Caucasian guy on an NBA Players podcast. Because when AJ becomes LeBron James, Richie Saunders is going to have to transition into his next role, and he could start now by talking about like his living room decor.
Well, listen, we got roster openings. If Richie wants to join, get some reps in.
This is true. And if there's anyone more well designed on this planet to train Richie Saunders how to be a mediocre white podcaster, it would be me.